Do you want a tea or coffee?
We could pour one for sure.
You're not going to drink one?
For the simple reason that if I have to pee again. Are you really a filmmaker?
I'm a documentary maker.
What kind of doc?
I made a film about a girl who sails across the Atlantic Ocean, and she's got cerebral palsy, can't walk across the road on her own. Best
See,
story
if
ever.
that doesn't inspire you, we need more stories like that for good reason right now, because everyone that's dealing with so much stress sees someone like that.
I know,
and then
right?
they slap themselves in the face and go, sober up, because that's strife, that's stress. What I'm dealing with, we can get through.
Yeah, isn't it? Cheers, John.
Cheers, brother. Thank you, Will.
Thanks for being down for this.
You made the John Bon Jovi tea. Dip and go.
What do you love doing on this planet, John?
It's changed over the years.
Yeah.
It's changed with every, phase or stage of one's life, and maybe you call it the decades.
Yeah.
Now would be very different than in my 20s and 30s. Now it's more being of service. And in my 20s and 30s, it was single-minded focus on career.
Yeah.
Two different men on the same journey. To take the time to learn about someone else.
Yeah.
To learn how to be selfless.
How have you learned to be selfless?
Are you a parent?
Not yet.
So I got 4 kids.
Yeah.
1 granddaughter now, and 1 expected, like, the phone rings and I jump because it's like any day.
Congratulations on that.
So that changes your perspective.
Yeah.
And even when you have kids and they're all under your roof and they're kids, it's sort of still the same cuckoo house of, wife, children. It's when they get to be like 20s and 30s. These are 4 other adults and a spouse. I'm just one of 6 and looking around like this, like, nice to meet you, because it's different. So it's not about me, it's about we.
Yeah.
And now, another generation coming aboard. There's a wisdom in getting older. There's a wisdom in being able to talk to my dad, who's still with us. I lost my mom.
Sorry about that.
It was all good, and God bless her for her great life, but it took me to be 63 and losing my mom to say to my dad, wait a minute, tell me a fun story, will you?
Yeah.
Tell me something that I don't know. And I like that. Good friends and family, I've realized, is truly important. Truly important. I just wouldn't have thought about that at 20 and 30. And maybe it was me, or maybe it was the time I grew up in, or maybe it was where I grew up. The collective we and my generation of the people around me weren't as in touch with their elders.
Yeah.
We were all single-mindedly focused on, something. It's a different perspective now for me, where I go, that's why I was drawn to what you're doing here, because you're talking to people, but truthfully, in this world, we're all so busy running. I was in Iceland this past summer. I had a young girl lives in the middle of nowhere. Did you ever fly in an airplane and look down out of that airplane? You see that one lone house in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We do that in America oftentimes, going coast to coast. And you often wonder, A, how does that guy get milk? Does he get cable TV? And what does he do? What does he do? So I was in that remote place in Iceland. And they told me how they're intertwined and they figure it out and how to fix stuff and who's going for milk on that week and Oh, okay. And she says, and where do you live? I said, well, I lived in New York and now I live out in New Jersey. And I says, I have to tell you, I never once met my neighbor. The wall is the only thing that separated us in the next apartment. And I saw a look of sadness come over her face muscles, and I could tell she was sad.
Yeah.
Because I could tell that she felt this connection in that village with those people, that she felt bad for me because I didn't get to touch that.
Yeah.
And it made a real impression. I didn't have to ask her to follow up. I knew what she was feeling for me. And it's true, we run. Look, there's 1,000 people around us.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know each other. It's crazy.
It's such a good point. Like, earlier this year, I walked across England. I made tea for people as I was walking across England.
Beautiful.
and I sat on a bench and there was no one around me, and then a guy on a bicycle cycles past and stops, and we end up having a chat for 30 minutes. In that moment, I realized sometimes you can have people who you're close to in your life, like people who are close to your family and stuff, but it's those who are like in proximity. We sometimes aren't aware of those who are closest to us actually in that moment.
That too.
And cherishing that moment, because
too.
it's so important.
We were all codependent, if you like it or not. The guy on the other side of the apartment wall I never met is still breathing the same air, and he needs the same
Yeah.
plug outlet to work. But so we've lost that connectivity. And I think that girl in Iceland knew of a great big secret. That's heartbreaking stuff.
There are so many similarities between all of us.
All of us.
How have you found this tea?
Tea, it's a very important part of my day.
Is it?
The first thing I do when I come down the stairs in the morning, bleary-eyed, the first thing I do is I put up the tea for my wife every single day. I don't go anywhere in our house without setting her tea. So when she comes, I just want her to know that I thought of that. The word made it into a song on it. When his hands don't show me and I can't find the chords, my voice don't want to sing, my feet say dance, but I can't find the floor. Will you still lie here with me? Will your eyes catch mine, then linger too long? Will you still let me bring you your tea?
Oh.
When your mind starts to wander, can I come along? Is there some place you'd rather be?
Yeah.
And so tea, that's why I said yes to this.